Donna Gambino, and I'm here today to talk to you about your holiday gift guide for the Pilates lover in your life, or maybe you. A lot of us are doing Pilates exercises at home right now, along with Zoom and our Pilates instructors, and they use props once in a while, and you want to make sure that you have the best props in your Pilates closet so that you can get the best out of your workout. That's what it's all about. And the other thing is, maybe after your class is done, you have that prop at home, you can use it to get a little workout in on your off days. So let's start with the first one that I love. It's my favorite tool, and you should know this by now, which is the foam roller. I love this Black Axis foam roller. It's my favorite foam roller. I've tried a lot of foam rollers out. This is a very dense foam roller, so it is firm. It is not going to break down. You can get your tough athletic husbands and boyfriends on this roller, and it is not going to break down. You can stand on it, do whatever you want, and it's going to be like this for years to come. So it's a great investment. They're not that expensive, but this can really help if you are doing foam rolling to help massage your muscles, to strengthen, doing your Pilates exercises on the roller, and for assistance, or just using it to lay on at night to kind of get your spine back into that neutral spine. Okay, so this black roller, one of my favorites. All the links to everything I'm going to talk about will be in the description box, so take a look down there. Next thing that I really love for a Pilates class is the mini ball, or the soft gym over ball. This ball can be inflated to about 9 to 10 inches. Depends on you and your frame and how big you want the ball or how squishy you want it. But this ball can be used to support the low back. If you're having trouble rolling and you need to have some sort of support, you can use it to stretch. You can use it between your knees to add resistance. There's a lot of good things you can do, especially try a bridge with the ball under your feet. This is a fun exercise to do with this, and very challenging. Not very expensive, but a lot of fun. If you get somebody this, you might consider getting them a hand pump, because they're going to need it to blow the ball up. So these are very inexpensive, and that way every now and then the ball needs to be topped off, so it's good to have a little hand pump around so you can do that. Okay? All right, the next thing, keeping with the ball theme, weighted balls. A lot of the classes use these balls that are weighted. They're also called toning balls, and I use a 2-pound ball in my classes, but you can use anywhere from 2 to 3 pounds in a Pilates class. You want heavier, of course, they have heavier balls. That's not what we use in Pilates, so we usually use the lighter balls. You can use them to hold, you can use them underneath your feet. There's a lot of different exercises that we do with these balls to make the Pilates exercises a little bit harder. Sometimes you want a little bit more resistance. You want that weight training. And so these are gonna be a great tool to use, and when you wrap it up, it's gonna feel like a really heavy gift. So they're gonna get excited thinking they're getting something really good. All right, now the next one. I have to give you 2 different options here, because there are a lot of options out there for this, and a lot of different price options out there. It's the Magic Circle, aka the Fitness Circle. This is the one that I prefer, this metal circle with the concave pads. I feel like it's easy to hold onto, whether you're holding it with your hands or between your ankles or in between your knees. It kind of cups onto your thigh. It's a little bit more resistance than this other circle. Now this one's gonna be a little bit more expensive, but definitely worth having in your little Pilates closet there for a tool. Now these versions are out there. These you can find pretty much anywhere at TJ Maxx, at Five Below, those kind of stores. It's a little bit lighter resistance. Probably not as durable as that. I've never had one break though, but it just feels like it could if you really stressed it a lot. It does have kind of a flexible, I don't think it's metal inside, I think it's more of a flexible plastic that's in it, and then it's covered in this tubing. But this is a good tool as well, and perfect home option to have, and then you can use the heavier version when you're at your Pilates studio. So Magic Circle, great to have for a class. All right. And this next one I love. Why? Because it's so compact. You don't even see what I have. It's a band, and you can take it anywhere with you. You can take it to work in your purse, you could travel with it, and if you have this, you can do a full-on workout from head to toe. All right, so I use the resistance band for a class that I do, which is resistance band reformer exercises. So I simulate all the reformer exercises using the band. You could do that too at home if you don't have the option of going to work on the equipment. All right, this is a latex-free band. I prefer the latex-free bands. They are less sticky than the latex bands. If you have latex allergy, you definitely want to get the non-latex band. When you tie them up, they're easy to untie. So if you tie a knot in it, or when you put it around your ankles and tie a knot or something. It's easier to untie. They tend to last a little bit longer, a little bit more durable. So I really prefer for these. Now, the thing that I also want you to be aware of is they come in different lengths, and you want to make sure that you're getting at least a 5-foot length. I usually cut my bands because I buy it in bulk at a 6-foot length. That way, for any height, if you're really tall like I am, the band's going to be long enough for you. So just keep that in mind. But this is a great compact tool, little travel Pilates tool that you can take anywhere. Okay, next one. Another one that you can take anywhere, great stocking stuffers, both of these. The yoga strap. Now, I use 8-foot straps in all my classes. You can do pretty much anything with these. We can stretch with this. We can make a resistance class, an isometric kind of resistance class for Pilates. It's a great stretching tool to have for your hamstrings, to give yourself some mobilization of certain joints in your back and that. And it's just a great tool to have. I also prefer that this one has a metal D-ring on it rather than the plastic. The plastic little buckle things tend to break. So get these from either a yoga store or on Amazon. Make sure they have that metal D-ring. They're easy to so if you buckle it in, it's easy to get out of it. You just lift the D-ring and you can pull the strap, right down. So great tool, again, just to have in your Pilates closet. All right. Of course, we got the stability ball. That's one that everybody should have, whether it's for fitness or for Pilates. You can do the Pilates exercises on here just as well as you can do all your planks and push-ups and things with the ball for fitness classes. Of course, they come deflated. You're going to have to get it pumped up for them, or at least tell them how to go get it pumped up. You can take it to a gas station, or if you have a compressor at home. The rule of thumb for this is when you sit on it, you want your hips and knees to be at 90. So if you kind of know how tall the person you're buying the ball is for, make sure you check the height chart. And the height chart for the ball will tell you need this size ball for the heights between this size ball for that height. And make sure you get them the right size ball. If the ball is too big for them or too small for them, it's not going to do them any good, and they're not going to get a good workout. They're going to be very uncomfortable the whole time. Trust me, I know this. So you really want to get the right size ball. Okay, another thing that's kind of fun that I add into my Pilates classes, and it's something fun to do even when you're not doing Pilates, because these usually come with a DVD, are these gliding discs. Now, these are plastic. They go on carpet and they slide. Okay, they give you resistance. So it creates kind of like an ice rink kind of thing. These are for carpet, okay, the hard ones. Then they have a hardwood floor version. So if you have hardwood floors, this is a soft kind of fabric that will glide. This won't glide on the carpet, but gliding on your hardwood floors. You use them under your hands so you can slide up and down. You can stand and do lunges. You can do all sorts of fun exercises. And even the standing exercises from the reformer, you can simulate using the gliding discs. So this is a fun thing to try. And like I said, most of the time they will come with a DVD so you can get an idea on what kind of exercises you could do with these. And just make sure you know if the person's going to be using them on hardwood floor or carpet, or get them one of each. So, okay, now you got all of these things, but what if your posture and your flexibility isn't great and you struggle to sit on the floor, you've had a knee replacement, you have arthritis in your hips or something? You may need some of these other little props here to kind of balance you out so that you can have a comfortable workout, because everybody can do Pilates. You just have to know how to modify the right way. All right, first things. These blocks, okay, these are for when you are sitting, whether you're sitting on the floor or you're sitting on a reformer or something. So we get back to your equipment if you need height. Now, what we use this for, if you have really tight hamstrings, okay, and you can't sit with your legs out in front of you because of your hamstrings being so tight, then we'll add a block underneath you to lift you up. Okay, the same thing happens. We can do that on the reformer, on the stability chair. You can use these underneath your hands as well, or underneath your head. They come in different heights. So if you need, this is about 3.5. This is a 2 inch. I developed these with OPTP because there was nothing except these little small ones, and to sit on these small ones is not very comfortable. So you have a larger base of support here. You can sit on here, and they're very stable. They have a non-skid surface on there. Okay, now this is if you just want to throw them in your bag and take them with you to a class, and you want your own block now because of cleanliness and germs. So I highly recommend that you buy your own blocks to take to your classes, and that from now on. This is a 1 inch. This is a 2 inch. They're just like yoga blocks, the foam yoga blocks. And the same thing, if you need one under your head because you have a little bit of rounding in your upper back, and when you lay on your back it's uncomfortable on your neck, you may need to add a block into that. whatever size levels you out and makes you have good posture. The last thing, almost forgot this, is the Eric's mat. Now this pad it's a balance pad. You can use it for balance training. It's soft but firm, okay? If you've had a knee replacement and you cannot kneel comfortably, you may want to invest in one of these. There's other companies out there that make these. This is the one that I use in a therapy setting. You can kneel on this for like cat or any other exercises where you're kneeling and you need soft. If you can put something over it to protect it, use it outdoors if you're going to be gardening. This is a great tool to have if you do have knee replacement, especially bilateral or both knees have been replaced. Something to kneel on comfortably. You can even sit on it if you want, but it's a really good tool, and it'll come too with a little bit of exercises in a book on how to use it for balance. So if you're working on your balance training, it's a great tool to have. So I hope you found that helpful, and I gave you some ideas for holiday gifts, because we want to give people things that are going to help improve their health this coming year and keep them healthy throughout this pandemic, and make sure their activity level is up and they're not just sitting around. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I would hope you would consider subscribing. I'd love to have you here, and I love to be on YouTube, so I need some subscribers to stay here. If you have any ideas for videos, definitely give me ideas. Any questions that you have, put them in the comments below. And of course, I'd love to have you at a class. I'm teaching classes all week. My schedule is in the link in the description box. You can check out what I'm doing, whether it's a private session with me or a class, and I'd really love to see you. So thanks so much for joining me today. Hope you have a great day. Bye.